Hey guys, it's Gabi here. Try to walk you through a process I start playing with. It's called Nuit American. It's taken from back in the days when they made movies with when the level of quality of the films were not as good. So they were taking daylight scenes and turning into night scenes. I'm going to show you how I'm going to take this picture on the left, which is a complete daylight, and turn it into a complete night scene. Okay, watch the steps. I'll try to fast forward and talk as less as possible so you can enjoy that. It's pretty much simple. You need to understand a few fundamentals and just be as creative as possible. So the first thing that usually I do, first of all, I pick a picture in which I have the source of light, which I think is very, very important because this is going to be the key to turn this scene into night. And this one, of course, has it. And then in order to make it, a night scene, we need to significantly lower the exposure here. Don't be afraid, going relatively, aggressive on this. Add some clarity so it can add some kind of a contrast, but in a different way. And then once I do that, I use the graduated filter tool here on the right. And usually I add, 2 layers around 1.5. I think it's enough. Another one on top of it. And I do the same thing from the lower part of the scene. So it closes somehow, provides some kind of more tight, dark throughout the picture. So this is the first thing. And then in order for this thing to turn into night, the tool that provides, the radial filter that is provided by Lightroom is a very, very powerful one. Usually what I do is, so in this case, let's zoom in. You take this radial filter and you add, again, don't be afraid to go crazy here. Here inside. And add some light. So that's like the source of light. So all of a sudden you have light here. And I like to add some kind of warm temperature so it's not like too cold there. So here's one. And then every source of light, especially these type of lights, have some halos. Halo. So, and here you can, again, decide, how big you want to go with it, depending on how strong the light is. And again, go and add some yellow. But again, try to play with it. There is no right or wrong. It needs to feel right. And go back, see, how the scene looks. And all of a sudden, it looks darker. If you compare it to the beginning, so this is before we added the light, and now when we added the light, it changes completely the scene. So from there, you just, I'm going to continue to do a few things, again, creative as possible, but also make sense. As an example, I need to add here some light that this source of light actually created underneath. But play very carefully with it, okay? Because it's pretty far and it's not a strong source of light. So again, you need to pay attention to those kind of things so it doesn't look too fake. And so on and so forth. And again, go crazy. You can add some, in the basic tools that you have here, some more contrast, something to the scene itself. You can add some temperature and so on and so forth. You can add additional source of lights. As an example, I can go here, I keep inverting it, sorry. I can go here and say, okay, I think this basement had some light here. It provided some additional source of light into the street, and you can add something that impacts here, lower it significantly because it's not as strong, and so on and so forth. Here I'm going to fast forward and create the entire scene from now on until the end, on the completion. So that's about it, I would say. And again, it depends on, you know, your liking and what you like this entire scene to end up like. It can be more dramatic, like another version I've made here, but it's up to you. There is no right or wrong again. Enjoy!